quick episode recap. Following the popularity of the books Touya brought back previously, he got some new requests that came in for him to stock up on. This time, the requested books are from the Regulus Empire, and he plans to teleport there. Ever since Touya got Lindsay's favorite genre, she has been spending most of her time reading at the cafe, so he advises her to not get too engrossed in it. Upon his arrival, Touya notices that the situation in the capital is not right. He quickly scales across buildings to figure out the situation, and witnesses soldiers fighting each other. He helps out a wounded nearby soldier, and the soldier mumbles out that the army is revolting, a coup d'etat. After placing him somewhere safe, Touya heads for the castle to find the emperor and escape with him. He finds himself lost in the hallways, but upon hearing a girl scream, uses the map function to search the area for her. With a target in sight, he rushes over in time to help the girl about to be killed by a soldier. He notices her injury, and takes the initiative to heal her using his magic. Touya offers his hand, and gives some words of comfort, causing her to blush. She nervously states it's because of her lack of experience around men, but a female soldier named Carol interrupts the moment. She's relieved the princess is safe, and is introduced to Touya, who explains he's an adventurer from Belfast, who ran into the commotion. Upon hearing that he teleported to the Empire, Carol begs him to help the royal family escape to safety. The knight formally introduces herself, and the girl also introduces herself as the third princess, Lucia Ray Regulus. He suggests moving Lucia away first, but she insists Touya save her father and brother first. He agrees, but isn't very optimistic about their situation given the circumstances. Lucia is prepared for the worst, and wishes to meet her family before anything else. They make their way to the emperor's bedchamber, but what they see upon entering isn't good. Carol identifies the man as General Bazor, and questions his intent of attacking the emperor. Touya also wants clarification, and introduces himself as an outsider who wants to understand the situation. Bazor states the emperor is out of his mind for not breaking the non-aggression pact with Belfast when this is their best opportunity. He plans to take over the country and start a war. Touya questions how Bazor plans to win, given that Belfast has an alliance with its neighboring countries, but the man is confident in his chances, having prepared for the last 20 years. He proceeds to summon a high-ranking devil, and Touya notes his large magic capacity. Bazor made a pact with the devil by offering many living sacrifices from criminals of the empire. Touya also questions his large magic power, and it's revealed to be from an artifact that drains magic from others. This is why he's felt sluggish, and the girls fall to their knees as the devil gradually sucks away their essence. Touya tries to steal the artifact using his support spell, but it fails. It turns out that the devil is immune to magic, and that trait is carried over to Bazor, who made a pact with it. He then tries to shoot the man instead, to no avail. Bazor shows off another bracelet, an artifact that protects the wearer from all physical attacks. Touya realizes his invulnerability, and Bazor further brags about his ultimate defense. The emperor then grunts in pain, and realizing he's alive, Touya decides on a hasty retreat. He activates his magic to teleport everyone to his garden, and declares his temporary withdrawal, promising to defeat Bazor later. To demonstrate his vulnerability, Touya uses slip magic on the ground, and states while his body may be unharmed, his pride was surely damaged. Before he leaves, Touya gives him one last present in the form of many bugs. He gives his farewell in an exaggerated manner, and coolly takes his exit. Touya informs his harem about the situation, and they wonder how he always ends up in such troublesome situations. According to his scouting, the rebel forces are 10 times larger than the Empire's knights. The girls worry that with the large numbers and a devil, there isn't much they can do to stop a war. But Touya nonchalantly states he has a plan, surprising everyone. Seeing his shady side, the girls show their distaste. Lucia thanks Touya for his effort, and tries to flirt with him, but everything is seen by Yumina, who was watching since the beginning. She formally introduces herself to the girls, and Lucia does the same. Yumina is relieved they're safe, and Lucia expresses it's all thanks to Touya. She states she's happy her fiancé could help, and Lucia realizes he's taken. Touya leaves to report to Yumina's father about the situation, and Yumina teases the sullen Lucia that she loves Touya as well. The flustered Lucia tries to deny it, but Yumina seems excited by her like-mindedness, and wishes to discuss further about Touya in her room. The king surprises Touya with his own news that his wife is pregnant. He has mixed feelings, because he wants Touya to succeed him, but Touya would rather not have anything to do with the throne. Moving on, the king permits Touya to proceed with his plan to defeat Bazor. In the workshop, Touya finalizes his preparations, and Rosetta laments Bazor got his hands on the bracelets. She recalls those artifacts were once stored in Babylon's storehouse, and likely many more artifacts have been leaked to the surface. He realizes this is probably how the immortal gem fell into the enemy's hands, and Rosetta remarks the admin in charge of the storehouse is quite clumsy. The emperor has now awoken, and he shares his gratitude for his efforts. Touya downplays his role as a coincidence, and the emperor blames himself for the uprising. He wants to defeat the general, but Touya interrupts to announce his plans to reclaim the capital by the next day. Lucia requests for him to find her brother prior to the battle, so he asks her to describe unique characteristics the prince has, but other than silver hair, she struggles to describe him. Instead, Touya asks to hold hands and to visualize her brother's appearance. Upon seeing his image, Touya realizes he's already encountered him before. It was the soldier he initially helped out, but Touya had left him behind. He quickly searches for the prince's whereabouts, and has the emperor identify the location indicated. It's General Romero's mansion, a man that was at odds with Bazor, so the prince is likely in safe hands. With that worry gone, Touya elaborates his plan to storm the city with his allies. He gathers his harem and contracted beasts and forms two teams to divide and conquer the enemies. Bazor was waiting for him, and he summons the devil, who proceeds to attack Touya. Touya rushes in with magic, and uses gravity magic on his blade to increase its force, knocking the devil down and defeating it. Everyone else have finished their part and they compliment his skills. Touya goes over to where Bazor is, where he remains in disbelief his devil was defeated. He declares attacks still won't work on him, but Touya summons a glass container. He explains that what's inside is a sludge slime. It purifies water, but not long after it dies, emits a very foul odor. Touya opens a gate under Bazor, and has him suffocate in the container until he eventually collapses. He then live-streams the emperor and projects the video above the capital as he alleviates the worries of his people, and offers his sincere apologies for the trouble. With everything resolved, Touya approaches his harem, and Lucia offers her thanks once more. However, they are repulsed by his smell, and he realizes that the smell likely transferred to him when he removed the artifacts from Bazor. They disapprove using such disgusting means, but he insists he had no choice on the matter.